So what you need to do is learn how to mind your business and stop being biased when the people from your side come over here starting shit. And you and anybody else could get it. You could drop me, Josh. I said what I needed to say. I don't yell and argue with people. I just say what I need to say and fly away like a bird.
Because I got time today too. So like I was the fuck saying, Woken made himself the fucking victim today when he is not a victim. He been saying foul shit. He even called a black woman a bitch yesterday in the panel when they dropped him. So you see what I'm saying? And this is a black woman, not a black woman claiming she's a black woman, black features. You could clearly see this woman is black. And he was dropped from the panel yesterday after calling that woman a bitch. So like I said, people don't know. They see what they want to see, and then they come up trying to defend somebody because they share the same ideology as them. That's that bias shit, like I said. He was harassing that girl for 3 days, and she finally snapped on his ass, and everything he got, he deserved. I feel no sympathy for his ass. He got what he deserved. And the only reason that people feel sympathy for him is because he shared their ideology. That's it.
Are you familiar with her? Like, have you, before this, do you know of her before this?
No, I do not. The only reason I know of her is from her coming to the live. That's the first time I seen him. The first time I seen Woken was coming to the live too. And then
I remember her very well.
After I seen her and I seen Woken, I noticed every time I'm going up my For You page and I'm flipping through, I see her in there and then I see him. He's arguing, he's harassing. And then one day, I
may not say things often, but I remember her very well. She was with the Native Americans coming after me.
I don't remember. She may not remember. A lot of people were coming
remember me, but I remember
coming at you.
No, I know, but I remember what she was saying in those panels with those people doxing me and stuff. So I remember her very well.
I'm not talking about the people or the Native Americans or none of them. I don't know about that. I'm talking about her and Woken situation. That's what I'm specifically talking about. I don't know about all that other stuff. I'm not going to say.
I remember her specifically coming at me and not knowing me at all.
And I don't know nothing about that. So that might be why this is happening, because you remember her from coming after you. I don't know nothing about none of that. I know from her and Woken for these last, when was the debate announced, as a matter of fact? I'm not going to even say 3 or 4 days. It's been ever since that debate was announced. Once that debate was announced, and once I got up there and I asked to be for real, you know, do you really want to debate? Hold on, let me ask them, And then Be For Real came to Suitins Live, and then we started discussing the whole debate. Right after that shit was over is when Woken started harassing me. So that's why I actually even noticed him, because I didn't even notice him before, but then I noticed him because I'm like, this the same dude that keep being in my inbox and harassing me. And then I finally blocked him today because I found out he's not even a whole black man. Like, I literally thought this man was a whole black man, and I seen he's like, come on, no, you blocked. Like, I'm not even giving you no more energy.
Let me tell you this energy. I'm trying to find my message, but I messaged her a while ago and I said, look, you got to stop coming after black people, because I'm going to come in there every single time and correct you. Me and her had interactions a couple of months ago where she was being anti-black. And that's why I checked her a couple of months ago. Her and some of those other natives. I'm trying to find the DM, but I remember her very, very well being anti-black.
Well, see, I don't, and that's why I said I don't know about that. But I know that him and her literally like look the same to me. But so if she's anti-black, he's anti-black too, because he was doing some anti-black shit too. Calling the black woman a bitch is anti-black. So then I guess they both anti-black.
I'm going through my messages right here. It is. What did I? And I have her blocked on my other one. Let me see, because I'll show y'all. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't say stuff, but I had sent her, I'll show y'all. I had sent her a message after we had a heated back and forth, because they, you know, I used to just jump in Native American arguments when they were being very anti-black. So look, what is the date on there? July 3rd. And what did I say? I apologize and shit. I said, look, I know things got heated and I will apologize for the things I said to you. However, I am not going to keep letting people dog black people. So as long as people keep dragging black people in those lives, I'm going to be petty. I'm going to defend and return the energy on behalf of the black community, regardless.
I'm not denying that you and her have a past, Josh. I'm telling you, asked me a question and I answered it. I don't know her from the past. I don't know Woken from the past. I only know Woken from these last few days and being, being on the panel or being in live and getting his shit pushed in. That's the only reason I know Woken, from getting his shit pushed in.
Yeah, a lot of these people forget that I have many messages from when they were being very anti-black for no reason. So a lot of these people that are now like playing in y'all faces and trying to act like
No,
they're
it's
for the
not
black
y'all. Wait a
community.
minute, Josh. Who you saying y'all? Who y'all?
I'm not talking about, when I say y'all, that's
Oh,
just a
I was
thing.
gonna say, come
Sort of
on,
thing.
because I be on
Right.
this shit. I
So
know
a lot.
I know who the fuck is playing in people's faces and who is not. So, would you say? All right. See, and this is the thing I don't understand. To me, it's not okay for anybody to be anti-black. At the end of the day, whether it is a native or a black person, I am going to hold them both to the same accountability, because you're being negative or you're being anti anything is not okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like, okay, I'm gonna let my black people be. It hurts to me. I don't know them. I'm not a part of their community. So it hurts more when it's coming from my own people. And a lot of our people are fucking anti-black. They're anti-African, all of that. That's why you don't have Kenya on your panel no more, because you know it. So it's a lot of it going on. But see, the thing between me and you and other people, I don't care what a Native American has to say to me, because I'm not part of their community. I don't, really deal with them like that. I don't have any ties to them. And I know they are not my people, for real, for real. It hurts me coming from somebody who looks like me, because at the end of the day, you're showing me that if push came to shove and we had to really put some work in, I gotta watch my back for my own people. Those are the ones I am concerned about. I'm not concerned about a Native American or what they have to say, because I don't expect them to fight for me or with me. But when it's my own people, and I expect you to fight for me, but I know I can't trust your ass because you're anti-black too, but you're black, that's what I have a problem with. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave on that note, because my grandson trying to get my attention, and I've been ignoring him for like 15 minutes straight, and he's about to start getting on my nerves. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna drop with that, Josh.
All right, I hear you. Thank you for coming up. Yeah, so a lot of these people that people may not realize it, but I remember a lot of these people that are now coming to my panel, like when they themselves did not listen to what I was trying to say months ago, and they all jumped on my ass and were being very anti-black at me. And I wasn't even doing shit. I remember those people. I have messages from those people. I have screen recordings from those people. Which is why typically I just shut up and go on mute, because I'm like, I remember you being very anti-black a couple of months ago. So, it's kind of interesting that you now trying to pull someone's black card. But a couple of months ago, you were in agreement with people calling me the N-word, putting gorillas in there, putting lynching things in there about me, and all kinds of stuff that they were doing. But now all of a sudden, you be one? Nah, baby, I don't know. That look a little suspect to me. So that's the only reason why I'm like, I kind of just stay on mute and let people have their one-on-one, and I try to be quiet. And you see, what's her name? Clown Horse, she came up, perfect conversation. She didn't come in any anger. We had a dialogue. The energy was good. She wasn't yelling at anybody. I got to ask her questions. She chatted with me. Had a good conversation with Clown Horse. Some of these other people just want to instigate a fight. They come onto the panel, start yelling, boom. And I'm like, damn, we weren't even discussing anything like that. But here they come in. Boom, 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 boom. F this person, F that person. Da 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 da. And I'm always somehow, my ass because I'm kind of between both of these communities, my ass gets stuck in this shit all the time. It's like I get trapped between these two entities of people, and I try to stay neutral, but both of these groups of people are dragging me into their shit. And even when I'm trying to just be on mute, let people have their discussions, I'm still getting dragged into it. Like, I can't even sit there and be on mute, because then I still get dragged into the bullshit. So it's interesting. That's why I always tell people, just, I mean, if you having your one-on-one dispute with someone, have your one-on-one fight, but don't tag team somebody. That's all I'm saying. If it's going one-on-one after they're done with that person, okay, then you come up, you have your one-on-one with that person, you know? But yeah, a lot of people on here forget they have history, or forget a lot of the things that they said to certain people. And so that's where this stuff gets a little interesting. But I remember it, you know. I don't say things, but I remember it. Okay. What is going on now? Let's see if Miss... Let's have a look here. What am I looking for before I get out of here? Where is Miss? I'm wondering if, nope. Alright, so they pretty much should be done. Y'all interested on this app. I'll admit that. Let me look at some of the videos that I, no, let me not do that. Let me not do that. Because if I go back through, like, all my videos that I put up there, if I decide to take them down, I just make them private, right? But I still have all the screenshots and all the videos of some of the horrific things that have been said to me and screenshotted to me. And, you know, I think a lot of people over on that side forget some of the things that they may have said, you know? Oh, and then before I forget, Singing, I saw I didn't have time to focus on the comments from Singing Bear. I don't think I don't know who's afraid of you debunking whatever. I don't think anyone's afraid of you. I think you might be giving yourself too much credit. You might have, I guess, debunked a couple of people, but I don't think anyone's afraid of you in terms of that. It is what it is. So don't get too cocky, you know, not too much. You know, in your live you can do that, but not too much. Not too much. You know, I don't think anyone, and if you are, you said that you're part of the black community, so let me have a look then. Okay, you claim the black community, so I should see stuff on your page about black issues or lives about black community or something like that, right? You know, let's have a look. Because a lot of people that don't have the, when you don't live in the skin daily where someone's going to identify you as black, it's kind of strange to just, you know, go out there and say, hey, I'm part of the black community. Okay, is there some things on your profile about being in the black community? Maybe there is. Shit, let me have a look. Might be possible.
So,
I see a lot of arguments with Woken, a lot of stuff with Earth Speaks, Be for All, Black People. Okay, where is this stuff about? Okay, you're part.
God bless this man. Listen to this.
Yeah, where is this stuff about being in the black community? Black community, where? I'm still looking. I see more black men that you keep trying to debunk. Another black man that you're debunking. Who made you the black man debunker? Another black man you're trying to debunk. You even got Pistol Packing Pen on your page. You even got Pistol Packing Pen on your page. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? This man got all the black people on his fucking page. Are y'all fucking dumb? The fuck y'all talking about? I'm sorry with my language, but this shit just getting on my nerves. For me to be scrolling through here and to see a man that looks Hispanic or whatever to me having all these black faces on his damn profile of him trying to debunk people. He got Yusuf up there too. God damn, you got how many black people you gonna have up there that you? What the fuck is this? Again, this doesn't even make sense to me. I'm trying to wait to see the white people you going after because this seems like nothing but black people. Where the white people you going after? No, he's not the same. Nope. Nope. Black person, going after black person, going after a black person, going after black person, going after black person, going after black person, black person. Y'all got none but the black people in there. Come on now. And y'all talking about he part of the black community. I don't know how many shit. Y'all don't even see me leaving my videos up there like that. I take my shit down after a day or so because I don't want everyone else looking at black people like that. So come on now, y'all. Y'all, I don't know what. And that's, again, that's why I think we have different. Oh, Singing Bear, use of Singing Bear. You're on Singing Bear stuff. You and Pistol Packing Pen is on Singing Bear stuff. A lot of y'all are actually on his stuff, which is interesting. I don't know what the hell y'all, I don't know what the hell. Well, I mean, I didn't see Singing Bear's black grandmother. I mean, I'm sure it's up there somewhere, but has he shown a photo of it? Is he going to put it on his Facebook? I mean, not Facebook. He's going to put it on his TikTok? Because I don't see it through any... Oh, it must be further back, I guess. Because at least all the times I've spoken with Woken, he has mentioned his black ancestry and his blackness, that African stuff like that. But I don't know Singing Bear like that. But all I do know is that what I do see is a person that does look Hispanic or whatever with a whole bunch of black men and black women on his page. And that's the main thing that he does. So when I see someone that really isn't, how do I want to say this? When I see someone that doesn't look like me having a page dedicated to going after people that look like me, I feel some type of way about that because you're not me and you don't look like the people you're going after. So why, you know what I mean? I can't get away from what I'm seeing. It's different if you have Doc, Suit, and someone like that that's going after people of their own community. But I don't know what y'all giving roses and flowers out to Singing Bear because he going after people that look like you. I mean, that job should be left to you. If you are of the community and, you know, a certain way, that's our job. That's not his job. He's not really in our community, to be honest. If you want to be honest about it, he's associated with our community, but he's not really, you know what I mean? Like I'm just being honest. Y'all know I don't have filters when it comes to what my opinions are. You know, people say that's one of my, you know, one of my associated with the autism or whatever, but I just don't have a filter when it comes to that. And to me, I don't think he is enough of the community to be going after people that look like me. That's all I'm saying. I don't have problems with people that look like me going in on people that look like me. I don't care. You know? I don't care about people that look like me going after people that look like me. But especially if you predominantly associate yourself with a group of people that don't look like me. and you know what I mean? There's layers to that, because even if we want to debate Woken's grandmother, who's black, which we all saw her, she's a black woman. Who is Woken hanging around all the time? Black people. You know, regardless of if these people are saying they're not black, we all know they're black. We know they're black. If we're being honest with each other. But I think that this is an issue for black people to handle, to enforce, right? It's not an issue for us to be the enforcers of correcting. We shouldn't be going out of our way to correct Native American people that are in the Native American culture, right? We shouldn't be doing that. Nor should people who are immersed in the Native American culture that mostly identify with the Native American culture try to be a police of our people over here. That's our job. And it's their job to police their people, really. And it's our job to police our people. All right? We are the facilitators of that correction or that critique. We get to determine how our own people are critiqued and what conversations we have, not the other way around. It's our decision. We get to decide how to do that. That's all I'm saying. You know, I think most people would agree that that's how it should go.
Know what's going on, bro. All these motherfuckers trying to drag my name through the dirt because I'm pushing a certain narrative, you know, and they don't agree with it. That's all it is, man. Like energy, I've never DM'd you. Ain't nobody cool. I don't even know you, bro. I know that you in the DMV though, but at the end of the day, it's just like, dog, I'm literally pushing a narrative that y'all don't agree with, and y'all don't like me because I'm pushing that narrative. And it's simple as that. Same thing with or whatever her name is.
It's an extremist narrative.
Yeah,
it is an extremist narrative.
Yeah, same thing with Singing Bear too. He don't like me because the narrative I push. You know, if I didn't push that narrative, he probably would fuck with me. But I don't fuck with him because the way he act, the way that he move, he is anti-black, and that's the difference between me and him. That's the same thing with me and Chalupa. Me and her, we might have the same admixtures, but we don't think the same. You know? But yeah, energy, you over here catering to some racist Native Americans, and you don't even know it. That's the sad part about it. They over here acting like Josh would tell you, they act like they're your buddy until you switch up the narrative. You know?
Yeah, but there are some like people in the Native American community that are on this app that don't act like that regardless, right? They're not anti-black at all. They're just, you know.
Yeah, nah. Singing Bear is completely anti-black.
Clown Horse is one of the people that's not anti-black. Clown Horse, I think her name is Nikki something. There's a couple of them that are not anti-black. But there are a lot of them that are.
Ain't nobody cool. I'm gonna roll up with my cousins, bro. But I'm out.
No, hold on, Woken. Don't go out yet. I figured that you would do that. You know, and Josh, why I came up is that I've sat and listened to what it is that you've said. You know, there's some things that I agree with, and then there are others that I disagree with. And you know, you and I have always had respectful conversations, even when it is that we disagree. And I think that that's how it is that most individuals should be able to. However, here again, and this is the third occasion, if I count correctly, where it is that young man that just left the panel because he saw me come up and he realized that I was able to disprove, you know, what it is that he was saying. I've never, you know, it was just a few days ago, maybe a week to 10 days ago, on a post that I'd put up, and it was with respect to, if you would, Pyramid Lake and a post that a gentleman had put up claiming that the pyramid-shaped rocks in Pyramid Lake was actually a pyramid. And I put up a post to clearly dispute that it was actually a pyramid. Woken came on, and I'd never encountered him at any point. I'd never been on a panel, never had an exchange with him, etc. Came in, made a comment, and what I did was I corrected I think an expression that he made, and he came back and responded that what he felt is some female type energy or something that he heard in my voice, a little boy, behind the voice, if you would, or behind the knowledge or whatever, and challenged me to a debate. And I told him, thanks, but no thanks. Please just correct, pay attention to the correction, etc. And so my point in mentioning this is that a specific experience is that what he's claiming to be a victim when it is that someone responds with the very energy in which it is that he gives off, and that's not what it is, Josh. And I don't have any relations with this young man. As you know, the other night, a few nights ago, I was on your live, and he had done exactly what it is that you're talking about. You're talking about an individual's credibility. And what you're talking about is how is it that you, to some extent, how is it that you're able to determine where lines are drawn? And it's based on, obviously, an individual's credibility. As you're aware, on that particular occasion, what Woken attempted to do, he referred to me, there you go, Woken, he's honest. He referred to me as a bootleg genius. I've never referred to myself as a genius, but for whatever that might be, from the outset, to show a disrespect for an individual coming onto my page, I didn't go looking for him, to refer to him as such. I then responded, bootleg genius, huh? Then I corrected an expression that he had used, once again, directly, candidly, but respectfully nonetheless, etc. So my point is this, is that you're aware of at least two instances where it is that this young man's credibility has been brought into question, not by a third party, but by himself. What then gives him the right to be claiming victimhood when it is that it appears that he is an instigator, that he is an individual that constantly is seeking, if you would, the approval of others, and then when it is that he's challenged, he resorts to what it is that many and various communities would resort to, will resort to verbal abuse, to derogatory language, as well as the willingness to be able to call a female a bitch, which it is that I understand that you stand against, and I've heard you say that as much in the past, etc. So my point very simply, and I wanted to actually to have this conversation with him, but I understand exactly why it is that he stepped down, because he understood that I would be able to articulate exactly what it was that he was asking, but what it is that he's asking for himself, that which it is that he's not willing to offer for others. And so nothing more. I thought that it was inappropriate, the way in fact he approached La Chapa today, and the fact that she gave off energy that might have been, in some people's estimate, stronger than that which it is that Wolven has gone off. As you know, there is no requirement in self-defense under most jurisdictions for you to use an equal amount of force. If someone's coming at you with a knife, you have the opportunity with the pew-pew to take them out under most jurisdictions. There may be some that's not, and so this idea that there's some arbiter out there that's able to determine exactly the level of defense, of self-defense that a person uses is in the eyes of the beholder, and how it is that they draw their lines in the sand. And Woken, I will sit back and mute and listen to your response, sir.
All right, bro. At the end of the day, bro, I did call you bootleg genius because the way you be going on about things. Like, you be trying to, I know that's probably truly you, but I called you bootleg genius. I called you bootleg genius because the way you go on about stuff. Like the whole, you using the AI and stuff, I was like, yeah, that's signs of a bootleg genius. A real genius is
AI are you referring to? What AI are you referring to, young man? And you don't get to.
In that video that I posted a comment in.
That wasn't an AI. That was me speaking, young man.
No,
you know that's the thing.
You said you looked it up on an AI and got the answer, and the AI said the person that you were responding was pretty much wrong. So I called you a bootleg genius because you using an AI to get answers.
No. You're here again, manufacturing. I'm sorry. I'll let you talk so that we can have a respectful conversation.
Right.
I'll let you talk, and I'm going to go to mute.
Can I ask you one question real quick, and you can respond right after, bro?
Absolutely. So long as you're being respectful, young man.
Right. So have you ever used an AI to get an answer?
I absolutely have done so as a fifth resource, not as a primary, not as a secondary, not as a tertiary, an AI, so that then that was covered that I had gone through not just a primary source or just found a source and said, hey, here's the answer. That is what is called scholarship and research. That's what it is that you're taught at the graduate and professional school, that you don't just find, hey man, here's a point that proves my, here's a source that proves my point, will look no further. And so you may absolutely be right that there was a point in which it is that I used an AI response as the fifth source to prove a point. And so what is your point then, sir?
Because at the end of the day, you did acknowledge that you used an AI inside of one of your videos. So you
don't get the opportunity to refer to me as a bootleg genius. It tells me that there's something about my personality.
I'm gonna land the plane. The reason why I find it being a bootleg genius is because if you're using an AI, and all an AI is doing the research for you. So in turn, it's pretty much a lazy tool for a true genius, you know? So
who referred to themselves as a genius? You keep going to this idea of genius. Is that the way that you see me? No, you don't tell me how I come off. How is it? You continue to talk, young fella.
I hear the genius in your voice, but that's about it. So maybe I was wrong for assuming you were a genius. Maybe I was.
Hey, listen. You can assume that which it is that you want. You don't expect. You continue to interrupt, and you continue to interrupt, and I'll silence.
Yeah, you sound very genius-like, but everything you spout sounds very biased, and you fight with emotion. You know, like I fight with passion because I have a passion towards it. You have an anger towards people that want to claim that they're Indian. Like, motherfucker, stop telling people who they are. Geechee.
Don't call me. Listen, boy. Let me tell you. You don't call me a motherfucker. You faggot little. You don't use that language with me. Learn to talk professionally, and don't use that language with me, boy.
Bro, chill. Stop calling me that.
Boy, learn to speak properly, and I won't call you the boy that you are. You're not gonna call me a motherfucker.
I'm gonna throw tomatoes at you.
That's right. Yeah. Because you're a liar. That's the problem. You're a liar, and apparently there's something. No, you can tell me about emotions. You are an emotional liar, passionate or otherwise. You're a liar. You've been disproved enough. And so I came up, and I knew that you would run, but your personality told you that you had to come back because there was a chance for you to
talk shit about me, bro. You came up to talk shit about me.
No, I came up to tell how it is that I encountered you by doing exactly what it is that you did to La Chapa today. That you have a means by which it is that you attack individuals because there's something about them that you don't like.
I'd be saying biddy. So like in all reality, my vocabulary.
I'm sorry, you're fading out, young man. I can't hear you.
I'd be saying biddy instead of bitch. So my thing is like, bro.
No, I heard you, and several other individuals heard you, and so that's okay. You continue to interrupt, and I'll go silence.
Cap alert. Like at the end of the day, though, you gotta understand that you capping, and that you gotta understand why you really hate me. It's because I don't follow your narrative. That's why you hate me.
Oh, dude, in fact, I dismiss you. You don't really exist in my world, and so you're a bit confused.
I don't. Yeah. Panel to talk shit about me. I hopped up on here to defend my.
Why don't you use language? Why don't you use language that does not have to fall to profanity, young fella? That's the first thing. Learn to be able to express yourself without resorting to profanity. And so now I came up on the panel.
I got
Yeah, of course. I did as well. And whomever it is that did so, good for them. Woken, I wish you the best, man. But as I mentioned, there's nothing about you that I'm interested in. And there's nothing that you ever bring to the table except for disrespect. That's it. Josh, it appears that I got flagged. I'm going to step down so that it doesn't affect your live. But here again, my position is that young man's a liar, and he attacks people when it is that they do not agree with him. He can't bring any data, and the data that he does bring is generally a lie.
I hear you. Yeah, y'all.
I'm not asking for your agreement. I'm telling you what my view is, and and now he's calling me a hypocrite or whatever. Dude, you have tried on Josh's live, and Josh called you. You tried again today, and you were called out today. I'm not sure how many times it is that you would expect for people to give you a second chance. You make up sources. You attempt to take a source, interpret it for something that it doesn't. You hide the name of the source. You hide the name of the author, and then today, given the fact that that sentence pushed you all the way up to where it is that your hemorrhoids were in your throat, that you then admitted that you misinterpreted some data that someone else had given you, or perhaps that you didn't understand. And so first you argued that you had pushed against the syndicate, and then at some point you had to acknowledge that what you had done was gotten your hemorrhoids pushed up into your throat. And so that's it, buddy. Stay away from me. Stay off of my page. I'm not interested in you. Go out, grow up some. Realize that you're not an African American, and I don't care how many times it is that you believe that you want to be. You're not, and you cannot claim that La Chapa isn't when it is that appears in my colorism that she's more so than you are. And so with that in mind, you take care, little boy. All right, Josh, I appreciate you, man, and I hope that when you come through that we can still yet have lunch, bro.
Yes, absolutely. Have a good night.
Okay. Yeah, you do the same. Take care.
Y'all are interesting on this app. Shit. Whew. This Wendy Williams must have felt like shit, because Wendy Williams was involved in everything. And I think, shit, maybe I understand Wendy Williams now, because when you are like the facilitator of some of these conversations, shit, you get swooped into every goddamn thing. Ooh.
Hey, it was smoke.
8 minutes.
I don't even smoke, but I want to roll up.
Man, I'm about to go watch this scary ass movie, and I need it. But my thing too, though, like a lot of, even though these black people saying they're American, and y'all get on my goddamn nerves at times, and I'll drag you, and I don't care about other people that look like us dragging you, but I do think it is problematic when someone that doesn't look like us make their whole identity about dragging people that look like us.
Agree.
So that's what I'm saying.
I actually stepped out, so I missed a lot of it.
Yeah, but I know, and then there's a lot. I don't know. There's people that just. I think all this stuff is good though, because it's showing people who they are, and I think you know what? I think the American Indian black people, y'all have me to thank, because this has revealed a lot to y'all, and y'all can operate differently in the future. Like, you'll have your little groups of people, and you'll know where people stand, and stop doing certain BS, and maybe things will get better. Maybe things will get better for y'all. But I think everyone has it pretty clear now that Joshua just does Joshua. Joshua's for Joshua, and for people who identify as black.
And I'm for the animals.
Right, and Kentucky's for the animals. I'm shit. I'm for Joshua at the beginning there. I'm for Joshua, but then typically I'm defaulting to black people. But don't try to tell me the problem is. Don't try to tell me what. Let me think for myself on the situation. But I do see a lot of y'all riding certain people's coattails, and I'm like, have y'all went through their pages? Have y'all hated these people that you're putting up on a certain pedestal? Because two people today, y'all didn't even look into their history enough to know that y'all used it out. I showed you the message from like 2 months ago, right? Where I was like, look, because I don't like going at black women or stuff like that. But the reason me and her got into it because they were being very anti-black. They were dragging a black man. I remember they were dragging a black kid. And I was in there going off on their asses. I was saying some shit because it's all these natives. They were going after this one black kid, young black kid. He don't really know what he's saying. Yes, I wish that kid didn't go over there and have those conversations with them. But hey, he's a young kid. So I'm over there trying to battle with them to get him to come down. And so I'm in there battling with them and they didn't care about that. So then I felt bad because I went at her. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? How are you in the panel with this shit going on? And I went at her ass about it, and then I felt bad about it afterwards, and I sent her that message. I'm like, look, I said some shit to you, but the reason I said that shit to you because you letting these people drag this black young man in the panel, and you're there, and you as a black woman, you know, I would have thought that you would have lent some sort of safety and protection against all those other people that's dragging that young black man. So, isn't that kind of like a karma situation? I don't know how people look at that. I don't get involved. But if you are on a panel,
but you know what? How I got on the side of TikTok is because I kept seeing from the people that don't look like us, the blacks, the Africans, as in like an insult, you know? So that's how I got into this fight.
but how does that work though? When you think about it, if you've been watching black people get dragged, I don't care what anyone say. Y'all know I got myself in a lot of shit because I decided to go fight for black people, and I got myself dragged into all this shit for fighting for y'all. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't have any of these issues. I would have never fell out with the Native American community if I didn't back the black community. And that's what I did because I put y'all in the umbrella of black. So I went out there and got myself into some shit that I would have never got into if I wasn't black first. But I wonder for people who have sat back and haven't said anything about it, I wonder if a lot of those people are getting karma now. Like they getting dragged and shit. And they're like, hey, I'm like, hey, some of these people y'all saying, hey, why y'all letting this person talk to this person? I'm like, shit, did y'all see what they did a couple of months ago? How they were going in on black men? Yeah. Even people, this is my thing. Even though there's people that claim they're not black, at the end of the day, I know these motherfuckers black. So, I mean, if your brother tells you he's not your brother, are you then going to say, well, fuck him, he's not my brother, and I'm going to just leave him be? No. You're not gonna do that. I know these motherfuckers black, even if they not claiming it. Okay, they still fucking black. Just because they're saying they're not black, okay. To them, they might not be black. To me, they're always gonna be black, and they're always gonna be in that certain umbrella. I might not like these motherfuckers, but there's certain things that we just aren't going to take away from them.
Somebody, I think the unalivened thing was it happened on both sides because our children were threatened too. Right here on live, it was Josh's live to be exact. Not once, but a few times.
Yeah, and the thing is with that too, the only thing is there's the people who children were threatened. Those should have been the people who went back. You know what I mean, at those other people, but then other people who children weren't involved, they started getting, you know what I mean? It's like people should have, that's why I say get your one-on-one. That's why I always fight for do your one-on-one. If you have an issue with someone, do your one-on-one. Everyone needs to stop.
Anybody that looks like me, they gonna never get their one-on-one. Not in public, they ain't.
What?
Because I don't do that to my own people that look like me. I don't give shows to other people.
Right, everyone jumping in on someone else's beef. I can't stand that shit. That's the whole thing I don't like. Let people have their one-on-one. Stop jumping in on people. Stop jumping. And that's where all this other lateral violence come together because people jumping in on shit that they don't even know the full story.
Josh, ain't nobody cool said it was your fault. You was responsible.
He said, I am guilty by, I did get guilty by association. I really did. And I defended people that I probably shouldn't have, to be honest. But shit, like I said, I'm black first to a fault at times. And there was people that definitely shouldn't have been on my panel that I definitely shouldn't have. But I was like,
I defended people that sit on the panel or in a live and let me get drugged in the last week or two.
And
So
that's the
I'm there
thing.
with that.
That's
I'm
the thing.
team animal over here.
Yeah, like I always tell people, to my detriment, I'm never going to give up on black people or people that identify under black culture in the umbrella that truly are in that umbrella, to my detriment. And for me, um, I don't consider, y'all can consider Singing Bear for black culture, black community. I don't consider him based on going through his profile. He seemed like he hunted black people. That's just my personal opinion based on what I've seen through his profile. I'll look a little later and maybe I'll get a different opinion. But he seems like he hunts black people. So to me, I don't like him based on his profile. Because when I go through it, I just see black man, black woman, black man, black woman. And he's going after black man, black woman, black man, black woman, black man, black woman, black man. That's just his profile. So to me, it seems like someone hunting black people. So that's, y'all can kiss his ass and um, yada, 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 but that's what it looks like to me. It should be us. We should be the ones. If those are the pretending and whatever, those black people, we should be doing that. Like we should be policing our own community. We don't need someone else policing our own community. That's our job. We should be doing that. Not someone else. We don't need other people that aren't our community to police our own people. If they're not African and they're not really in the black culture or black, they don't need to be policing our people. That's our job. Just like we don't need to be policing Native Americans, they need to handle the BGP. They need to handle those people. Woken identifies with, whether or not, however you want to put it, he identifies with the black community. He's around black people all the time. And you go on Singing Bear thing, it's in a different language. I don't see nothing on there about black people. I don't see him having no lies where there's predominantly black people in his lies. I don't see nothing like that. There's a clear difference. There's a clear difference.
Put it down so you can go enjoy your movie.
Yep, I'm putting my keys and stuff. I'm getting stuff ready now. And I'm about to be out. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. I'm sure Miss Tia and all them gonna have a good old time talking shit about me. And y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all later. Bye bye.